Hello, I'm Dr. Jacob Bryant, and I will be your instructor for this Curriculum Instruction 680 Assessment of Curriculum and Instruction course this spring term here for Oakland City University. I should first tell you a little bit about myself. I am a graduate of Oakland City University. I did my EDD with the superintendency track here at Oakland City. I wrote my dissertation on why are they throwing in the towel. Has recent Kentucky legislation led to increased teacher burnout? And so you should know that I am a teacher-friendly instructor. I am a teacher advocate, and I hope to carry that with me as I move into the administration realms over the next couple of years. And so that is kind of who I am and my view on education. I will tell you just a little bit more personally about me. I am married to my beautiful wife, Laura, former Indiana teacher. She currently is library media specialist in Davis County, where she and I both work, which is in Owensboro, Kentucky. I'm a sixth grade science teacher, and I spend time as the gifted and talented advocate. I'm also a teacher leader for the science program, literacy program. I work closely with the academic team, and I'm also the athletic director for my middle school. So I wear a lot of different hats, and I teach at a lot of different universities as well, Oakland City being one, Indiana Wesleyan, Campbellsville University in Kentucky, and then I teach speech online for the community college here in Owensboro, Kentucky. And so I enjoy all of that. That just really, anytime I'm teaching, I feel like I'm doing the work of the Lord. And so it really just revitalizes me and makes me want to do more and more of it. So I hope that you find that embedded within this course and the work that we do together over the course of the semester. But anyway, this class is all about assessment. All about assessment. And if there's probably a more popular word in education right now, I can't think of one other than assessment. And so we will dive in and looking at assessment practices. How do we assess Common Core thinking, that sort of thing as we jump through this course. This course will be all online through Moodle, and we will have 4 live sessions via Google Meet. You can use this link here in the syllabus, or you can use the link embedded in Moodle on the site, and I'll show you that here in just a few minutes. But those online sessions will take place from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Central Time. So we're going to be on Central Time. That's what main campus is on. So we will stay Central Time on those, and we will meet using that Google Meet software. It doesn't require you to download anything as long as you're using a Google Chrome browser. There is an app that you can use as well. And usually for each one of those seminars, I will send you an article to read beforehand, and that will kind of lead our discussion for the evening, is the article that I send you beforehand. And you do get points for attending those seminars as well. So I include my email address here, jbryan@oak.edu. Use that primarily. If you need me in emergency situations, you have my cell phone number. I feel comfortable giving that to graduate students. So that is there if you need that as well. Office hours, we can always hop into that Google Meet classroom and talk and discuss questions or projects that you may have going on. We can discuss that too. Okay, textbooks. This is where it gets a little complicated. There's one textbook that we'll all have, and that is the Gusky book, Answers to Essential Questions About Standards, Assessments, Grading, and Reporting. And it looks something like this. Tom Gusky is a professor at the University of Kentucky. Assessment is his wheelhouse, and so he is going to be a great read for us. The other one is the Stovall book. She is a professor at Western Kentucky University. She wrote Assessing Critical Thinking in Middle Grades and High Schools, Meeting the Common Core. And then there's also the companion elementary school book. So if you're an elementary school teacher, make sure that you order the elementary school version of the book rather than the middle and high school version of the book. This is probably the most in-depth you will get in terms of how do you assess knowledge versus process. And I think that's kind of where we are right now in our phases of assessment. And so I think we'll really get a lot out of reading the Stovall text as well. Then it gets even more complicated based on your primary subject area that you identify with. If you are a science and social studies teacher, and yes, I know this is geared towards science, but it works very well for social studies too. There are the 50 more strategies for linking assessment, instruction, and learning from Paige Keeley. And if you want to order the first version of this, she has 50 assessment strategies in science. Feel free to order that book as well. That is perfectly fine. because we're not all science and social studies teachers in this class, and so whatever will gear towards you is fine. But I would say either the 2015 version by Paige Keeley, or if you want to order the older version, is fine too. Math, that Paige Keeley also has a mathematics formative assessment book, and so I would recommend that as your book for mathematics folks. Language arts, this is the best I have found for language arts, and it really works for every subject area except for math. So if you have already dove into the Paige Keeley text in science and social studies before, you can pick up this one if it's new to you, and that's Making Thinking Visible. And so all of these are great texts. This one is kind of the anchor of our work, and the others kind of get us more specific into our grade levels and subject areas and what assessment looks like in those particular classes. I think the most expensive one will be $20 at the most. And then the others could be anywhere from 10, 6, hopefully you're not out any more than $50 for all three textbooks, and there's a lot of good information in those. First week is our welcome week, and that's where I ask you to do kind of a my call video, and I did not touch on this earlier, so I'll touch on this now. That's kind of where you tell us who you are, why you're here seeking your degree, kind of how God led you here, your spiritual journey as well. So I'll kind of do a short my call here inside this video, and I'll tell you that God led me to Oakland City University because He knew that I needed to pursue my doctorate, that I would be the first person in my family to earn that. He knew that I wanted to be a superintendent, and they had that embedded within the doctoral program. And He knew that this was going to be the most feasible way for me to get this done before I got married. And sure enough, my graduation date and my marriage date were the exact same day. And so, like I said, He knew what He was doing. He led me here. I would not change it one thing about the program, and I highly encourage you at any point, if you are wanting to pursue that EDD, to go after it here, most especially. In terms of my spiritual journey, the Lord led me to teaching because He knew I wanted to make an impact on His children, and I firmly believe that that's what I find most rewarding about my job, is molding His children. Amidst all of the political drama, the red tape that comes with the job, I know that I'm doing the work of the Lord, because when His Son Jesus spent the short years He did here on this earth, this is what He did. He taught. And so that is why I still feel very confident and go back each and every day amidst everything and teach. And as far as my spiritual journey, in addition to that, I was born and raised a Southern Baptist, and I came to know Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior in second grade. So I was about 10 or 11 years old. No, about 8 or 9 years old. And when I got married and met my wife, we decided to become members of Seven Memorial United Methodist Church here in Owensboro, Kentucky. And that was her church as a child, and that is where we decided we would call our church home. And so that is where I currently call church, and look forward to serving at that, and doing as much as I can just to spread the word of the Lord. And that is particularly why I love teaching for private universities with Indiana Wesleyan and Campbellsville as well, is because that gives me that opportunity to do stewardship and to preach the Word of God, in addition to the instruction piece as well. But going back to the assignment calendar, each week you'll kind of have 2 assignments. Sometimes it's just attendance in a seminar, so reading an article and having the hour-long seminar that we'll have on the Google Meet site that I'll show you later, and the forum. You'll have a forum every week. Forums are about 4 to 6 paragraphs long based on the readings, and I've put those out here to the side. Now, your content strategy book, that one, I want you finding one strategy for each forum and kind of talk about what you liked about it, how you could see yourself using it. If you tried out that week, what were the results? So of your 4 to 6 paragraphs, 3 of them might be from the Stowball text, and then 1 of them might be talking about that strategy and how you used it. Or 3 of them might be from the Gusky text, and 1 of them might be about that strategy and how you used it. And feel free to do more than 4 paragraphs if you'd like. And then you do 1 forum reply each week. So the initial forum post is due on Wednesday midnight, and the forum replies are due Sunday midnight. So 2 things each week. Sometimes it's an article review is the second thing. I'll go over those in a little bit more detail later. And sometimes it's project update. Everything that you're doing in here will build towards a final project, which is an assessment analysis that you'll do over an assessment that you give. And so parts of that will be due during different forums in the course. And so, you know, that will kind of give you an opportunity to reflect on if you're making the progress that you need to in order to finish the project on time. So 10 modules for the course, and that is made up in a total of 360 points. So you get 100 total points for attendance, 25 points per online seminar, 30 points per article critique, and then 10 points per forum. So, you know, probably 8 for the initial post and 2 for the reply is how that will calculate, and then 100 points for your final project, which is that assessment analysis. There's a specific breakdown on those within the syllabus. I won't read that to you. You've also got the grading scale, how many points you need to make an A, A-, B, what have you. And so let's jump into the Moodle site. So Moodle will kind of be the learning management system that we use that will house everything for the class. And so you'll log in here to Moodle elearning.oak.edu, log in with your login credentials. And then over here on the side, you'll have a navigation pane that will show your courses. CI 680 is our assessment course. You'll also notice over here then that will allow you to see your grades. You can click grades. I'll post those after the week is over. Usually Monday is my grading day. And so within here, the first week is the welcome to class. You'll do that My Call introduction forum. Click on it, add a new discussion topic, you know, call it Bryant My Call video, and use a software like this, Screencast-O-Matic, Screencastify, for you to kind of just make your quick little video, put the URL in the message blank, hit post to forum, and then it should appear inside that forum for us to view and get to know you really well in the course. You'll notice then the weekly modules always have the readings, so you can see exactly what you need to read and from which textbooks. You'll have your one weekly forum for based on the readings. And again, I don't give you a specific question to look for. This should just be you reflecting on what you've read in 4 to 6 paragraphs. I don't want you to restate and give me a summary of the text. I want you to find those lessons learned, those things that will anchor your work as a teacher, your takeaways. And that is what will go inside this. And you'll make that one reply each week inside that forum. Here's an example of a forum discussion, just to kind of give you an idea. You've got 4-paragraph initial post by student. You got a 1-paragraph reply. Here's me, I replied. Another student replied. That's kind of how a forum discussion works if you've not utilized that process before. And then my rubric, very straightforward, should show you exactly what you need to get certain points in the class. Same with the article reviews. You'll see examples, a rubric, how to write an article review. You know, you click on that, you'll be able to submit it. And that is kind of what will guide all of your work in this class. Now for the seminars, I want to show you the Google Meet Live Classroom. All you got to do is click the URL right here. It will open this up. Make sure that your webcam and microphone are working. Hit Ask to Join Meeting. If I'm already in there, I'll approve you. We'll jump into the meeting. It works really well for our discussion, and it allows us, for folks that are in Du Bois County, folks that are in Simpson County, folks that are in Davis County where I am, to jump in and for us to all have a collaborative class session all at one time on that Google Meet. And again, the dates are listed here as well with the times. And so this is how the course is set up. This is what you'll see. 10 modules. Should go really well for you. I am so excited to be instructing for this course, and please reach out to me as you need me. And I just look forward to us learning together.